Hello everyone, Amy with Campbell Creations, and today we are working with Mystic Moonrise Bargain Bead Box September 2024, and we are going to be making a necklace today. The earrings and the bracelet that will be going with this I'll make in a separate tutorial because they'll be pretty involved. And what I have laid out so far here is kind of what I'm thinking and what I've started. So I do want to hang our little lapis teardrop from the crescent moon here. But I want to hang a star from it as well. And what I'm looking for in this necklace is I want to pull out these 10mm matte lapis. I love them, love them. What I've added from my stash is these little bumpy spacers, and these can be found on Beadbox Bargain's website. And so I'm going to be doing a wrap with one of those bumpy spacers, pulling in the bead caps with these 10mm guys. So what I'm thinking is I want these to be like this. And I have used some of the smaller beads, and I've so far made some little tassels, some little cha-chas. And I want to connect those all to the center and have them fluffy on top of our moon, and then we'll travel it all up. So what do you think? I think it'll be really pretty. Let's put it together and see. Since these are so involved, I went ahead and made a bunch of these, and what I've done is I just random, right? So I took some of the agate, some of the little bitty 3mm labradorite, some of our little crystals, and I wire wrapped them and then connected them to a teeny little 4mm jump ring. And so we'll be connecting those. And we may end up making some more of those. We'll see. We'll see. So let's get into this. I have the chain that came in the box that's here. I have our bead caps here, and I have our disc spacers. I don't know if we're going to use the disc spacers in this project, but that's what I have in this. I have some little ball head pins here that I use to wire wrap with, and actually let's get one out. I'm going to use one of these, and we're going to make a bail here for our little drop, so I'll set this aside. From Beadbox Bargain's website, you can get just in one package, you can get a bunch of the different sizes of their jump rings. That's what is in here, so that I have those in case I need them. And then I also have some of my baby jump rings. Little bitty guys. I love these little bitty guys. So let's bring down my organizer. Here's how I organize. I put everything in here, and then I put what came with the box in the lid. That way I have everything together. So here is our contents. So let's make a couple more of these guys, and then we're going to see how we'll put this together. Now, I know in my mind what I'm looking for, but this is kind of a design with me, just to see for sure what's going to happen and how we're going to do it. So I have some 20 gauge bronze. Instead of copper, I'm using bronze because I think bronze goes really well with antique copper. So I'm using 20 gauge here to make these wraps, and I have these cut at 4.5 inches. So let's make a couple more of these guys. So we'll come down, because our loop is going to be bigger, I'm going to come down a little bit more. I'm going to give myself some room here. Come in and make this wrap loop, and I'm coming all the way to the biggest part. So we're making a big loop for these. And we're going to go around 4 times. 3, 4. that there. Okay, and then let's do one of our bumpy spacers here. And what I'm also doing, I have some little 11 delicas. I'm putting an 11 delica in just so that it can set down in that bumpy spacer. See how it fills some of that space? Let's pull in, oh, first we need bead caps. Come on, Amy. Let's get some bead caps out, shall we? Okay. So then we'll do a bead cap. We'll do our lapis, bead cap, and our bumpy spacer, and we will put a delica inside of that bumpy spacer. So let's make the other side of the wrapped loop. Come all the way up here to the thickest part. Come down, wrap that up and around, kick that back. We'll wrap this 4 times. 2, 3, 4. He looks a little wonky, he'll fix. He will fix. That side was a little bit bigger for the 4 wraps. Just straightening them out, and I want them to go the same direction. So we'll make one more of those guys, and then we'll see where we are, if we're going to be using more or not in this one. So we have 4 there. I was so excited whenever my box came early. I had just been talking to our friend Heather, telling her how bummed I was that my box was coming on Monday, so I wouldn't be able to open it until Thursday morning. And when the mailman came, I guess yesterday it was a mail girl, when the mail lady came, I heard the little beep, like there's a package, and I wasn't supposed to be getting any packages yesterday. And so I ran out, and when I saw that blue bag in my mailbox, I don't know, the neighborhood dogs may have gotten involved because of the squeal that I let out. Oh my goodness. Excited is an understatement. We all know, if you've been here at all, you know I get excited about beads. I get really excited about beads. I love my beads. And I was super excited. Look, I'm talking about it and I have goosebumps. It's no joke. So I was just over the moon. Cloud 9, to say the least. I was shaking during the whole unboxing. I was so excited. Those are a little bit spaced, but this loop is a little bit, this side I'm getting a little bit bigger, it seems. It's okay. It still looks pretty. I love the look of these bumpy spacers with the bead caps. I think it just looks really cool. Okay, so we have 4 of those, so that's good there. So here's what I'm trying to decide. If I'm wanting, let me scoot this back. Am I going to need some more of this right now? Let me get out a couple more of these, and then we'll just set this aside for right now. Okay, so what I'm trying to decide is, actually that just decided it. Yes, that will look awesome. And then I pulled out some thicker chain than what came in the box because I'm wanting chain to go from the top of the moon to our center part here, to our connection, just because it's a little bit stronger. And then we'll use the regular chain for the top. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our dangle here, and we'll get that connected, and then we'll connect the rest of this. So here's what I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to make a bail with this. So I'm going to go through just about maybe 3/4 of the way through. Okay, maybe a little more. And I'm going to pop this up, and I'm going to wrap this guy around it. So he's going to come back. So I want him to come back and then circle around, but I don't want to bend up our other one too much because I want that dot in the front. See? Just like that. And then we'll make a wrapped loop up here. So let's do that. And luckily it won't need to be a big wrapped loop because these are tiny little head pins. Let's wrap him around. You know me and these tiny little head pins, they are my toughest wrap. But I found if I do switch hands, by the way, thank you, Sarah Lovecraft. You know, I've watched Sarah over the years. Heather had wanted me to check out something that she made. Heather's so good about that. Oh gosh, check this out, it was so cool. Yay, okay, I want to see cool stuff. And so for the first time, I noticed that she switches hands whenever she does, I think, any of her wraps. And I was like, I wonder if that could help my struggle. I'm fine with the thicker gauges, but these little bitty ones just get me. And so I did it, and it does help me with these little ones. It totally does, and I will take that. Okay. So here's our little wrap. Here's how it looks from the side, front. And I do want to jump ring him, so I want him to have that fluidity. And I'm just going to use a baby jump ring, and I did want this coming down some. We are going to have a star hanging from it, but I wanted, just in case I decided to do some of these cha-chas up here, I wanted to make sure I had a little bit of room. So that's where we're going with that. So let's go ahead and pull in. I have some little teeny tiny jump rings. I got out some regular jump rings too. We'll need those. Well, I don't think we'll need that many. Come on, Amy. Okay, we'll roll with that. Okay. Grab him. Actually, we're going to need to turn him. So I'm going to hold on to my bail and turn him sideways. That way he'll hang right. Oh, I don't know how you guys are going to be able to see this, but hold on, let me get it closed up here. All right, now I have already put jump rings, the baby jump rings, on the stars. So let's grab one of those. And I'm going to hang him from the jump ring that has our lapis on it. Oh, if it'll give me enough room. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Nope, I just took him off. Yep, I opened the other one. Okay, come on. Let's come back in here. That is a tiny little spot. Let me get out my needle nose. Oh, this is so awkward. Okay, I'm gonna need to bring this closer to me, guys, okay? I'm at too of an awkward position for the camera, so one sec. All right. Okay, so here's where we're looking at here. Okay, so he's good. So now let's incorporate our chain. Let's connect our chain here, and then we'll connect these to that. So let's connect these two guys with a bigger jump ring. Because I want it to just be a big bushel of tassels in between them. And actually, let's go ahead and put this on in between. Okay, so now we have this guy coming down. He's going to be connected here to our moon. And can I get away with a tiny jump ring? I don't think that would be smart. Let's do a big one. Okay, so now our little cha-chas. I want our cha-chas to be all over the place. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see if I can accomplish it. So first, I'm going to open the center jump ring after I just closed it. I'm going to put one of my jump rings on one side, one of my jump rings with cha-chas on the other side. Make sure it's the jump ring that connects there and not one of your little wraps. Okay, so we'll start there. Yeah, I like that. Right? Now another one I want to connect right below it so that it kind of hangs in here. I'm going to use a secondary jump ring, and then I want to put a couple stars on there. So let's do a second jump ring. So we're jump ringing to our jump ring. Let's go right below there. I'm on that second link. And I may end up shortening this chain, to be honest, because I don't want the chain, I don't want too much chain showing. I want it to be just like this grouping right above the moon. So let's see where we are now. That's cool. So when it hangs, that's cool. That's cool. I am going to cut a link off with this jump ring. It made it a little bit longer. So actually I might cut a couple links off. Just so that it's a little bit closer sitting down there. Make sure that's the last one that we're connected with. It is. Now let's see what we think. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. See how they just hang right above that? So cute. So cute. Okay, so we're going to go with that. Let me move these out of the way. Oh, I want to connect one of our stars there. Maybe two of them. Yeah. We'll just do one for right now. Okay, so I'm wanting to jump ring our connections, and I really would like to use a baby jump ring. I really want that to be tiny. So let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Let's make sure it flows okay. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so let's do the other side. Do I have an open one? How about that? This is cool, you guys. I really, really like Lapis. I love the natural colors that's in it, the little specks of gold, the little specks sometimes of the darker colors. Lapis is just cool. Okay, so we'll do that. And then I guess I can move these guys to the side. And then we'll connect these two. All right. So pretty. Wow. I love that. I love that. Okay. So do we want to do another set of these, or do we just want to go with chain? Let me check the length here. Let me put it up against me. I think I want to do just chain, actually, because this is coming, based on the length that I'm looking for, this is coming right to about my collarbone. So yeah, I think we're just going to do some, we'll just do some chain and we should be good. Here's my only thing now. I have other projects that I can use this chain for, and this chain's pretty thin and our necklace is pretty heavy. Let's take a peek at what other chain I have that we could potentially use. I have a thought. Let's see. Oh goodness, this is all kind of a hot mess. Okay, so this is my bronze. None of my chunky chains in here. My chunky chain is in something else. This is what I was looking for. What do you think about this lumachina chain? I almost said luminata. Lumachina chain. Let's try it. I have two of these with chain. I have one of these with my chunky chain. I have two of the towers with chain. I like chain. Oh, I still have another tassel left. Oh, yeah, we're putting him there. Yeah, I have one down here. Hold on. Yeah, my two up there and one down here. Oh, that's exciting. All right, we're hopping on the chain train. Yeah, we're definitely going to add this. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do this. Let's pull in this guy. And we'll hook him to that jump ring. The other one is here. I'm gonna come just up one and go right to that first link, because the other one we put on the second link. That way this chain is really chunked with happy cha-chas. Oh wow. Hey, the more the merrier. Love it. Love that so much. Okay, let's get out this lumachina chain. Let me measure on my neck because I know how long I want this to be based on how this laid. Okay, I'm wanting to go about this long. Okay, so let's come in here. Let's go to this guy. Let's set that aside. So my only question at this point, oh looky there. Okay, my only question at this point is, do I want to stop here or do I want one of these? I've already done my length. So we're going to stop. Oh, you guys, I just don't know about me sometimes. Okay, so let's get the halfway point for this. So let's grab a piece of wire. I'm going to come through one side here. Bring it up through the other. Make sure we don't have any kinks. Bring this down and see if we have an extra. It doesn't appear, so it's kind of hard to tell with lumachina. No, it doesn't appear so. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and take off both of these. Okay, then we have our two sides. All right. And we'll use a toggle that they sent in the box. So let's grab one of those. We'll use a toggle. Let's get some of this out of the way here. I'll sort through this afterwards. I'll leave that out. Okay. Okay, so we'll get them connected. And I just have 3 of these. I might want at the top, I'll do bigger ones. I'll just have these for our connections. So we'll get that knocked out. I'm excited about this. Think of the options this opens up for our earrings and our bracelet, right? Actually, no, I'm gonna have to cut that off. Okay, so here's the thing with lumachina chain. You need to connect with one of the ends. The other piece, the end was one of these swirls, and that's not going to make a good connection. So I had to cut off one. So I'm going to need to cut one off of this as well. But that's what's needed to make that connection. Okay, so there's that side. See, on the end here. See there? You want to watch for that with lumachina chain. This needs to be cut off. I need to cut off a piece anyways, so that works out, but this needs to be cut off. We need to make that connection with one of the ends like this. Okay, that works. Let's get our toggle on. And then we have a necklace, my friends. We need to remember this toggle is one-sided. Not my favorite to have a one-sided toggle, but this will be behind your neck anyways. And the thing is, some toggles that are one-sided, it is a very big difference between the two sides. With this toggle, it just has a couple little swirls on one side and the other side doesn't. So I really don't mind it. No. My default is always to go for the teeny tiny. Okay, so let's set these aside. Let's get these moved to the side. Let's connect this guy. And here is our necklace, my friends. What do you think about that? I just love it. I just love that. Super cute. I appreciate you guys being here with me today. Real excited about this project one for the new September Bargain Bead Box, which is Mystic Moonrise. Until we meet back again right here on this mat, I appreciate you. Like if you like this video, share, comment, be a subscriber. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye, friends.